Hey, how's going on everyone? I'm Zero Programmer right here. Hope you guys are having a great day. And today I'll be talking about Windows 8, which is the upcoming operating system developed by Microsoft. So Windows 8 is set to be released on October, which is about a month from now. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited to see the final product of the operating system. So right here we see is the Metro UI interface, which replaces the traditional start menu used in the older version of Windows. So definitely it's a huge change, and a lot of people has been complaining that it is too confusing or whatsoever, but we'll get used to it or not, but whatever. Microsoft has released a newer version of Visual Studio, and that is the Visual Studio 2012. And this version of Visual Studio allows you to develop Metro style applications which you see right here. So when you open up a application, for example, I'm going to open up this application that I made in Visual Studio earlier. So when you click on it, it will give you a splash screen, and voila, your program appears over here. So in this tutorial, I'll be teaching you guys on how can you download and install Visual Studio Express 2012 on your Windows 8 system. So Visual Studio 2012, just like the previous version of Visual Studio, you get 3 editions. The first one is Express Edition, which is the free edition, and then we have Professional and Ultimate, which gives you a 30-day free trial, and then you have to purchase it for the full version. So now just go in and open up your web browser and click the link description below. It will take you to this page where you can download the Microsoft Visual Studio Express 2012 release candidate for Windows 8. Now over here you can choose your language. You can choose English or any other languages, and then below here you have 2 download options. We have the ISO image and the executable file. So you can just choose either one of them. They're both the same thing. One's an ISO image, which is pre-downloaded the whole Visual Studio file, and one executable file, which once you downloaded it, it will help you to download all the Visual Studio necessary components. So I will just go ahead and download the executable file. Alright, just click on save. This will scan the file, and then click on run, and a fancy splash screen will appear. Alright, this requires about 2 gigs to be installed in the system, and I can choose where you want to install it to. You have to agree to the license in order to install it, and click the install button and click on yes. Alright, so you should start installing, and this will take a while depending on the internet speed, so I'll just skip the video once the installation is finished. So finally, around 20 minutes later, the setup has just finished, and you see a text saying setup successful, and that means you have installed Visual Studio successfully. So now you can just go and click the launch button, and this will launch the Visual Studio. Alright, again you see another fancy Visual Studio splash screen, and there it is, and let it load for a few minutes. Alright, then you get this message saying loading components, so just wait a little longer. Alright, while that's loading, I would like to show you that you can actually find your Visual Studio Express on your Metro start menu, and then you can also find another application called Blend for Visual Studio. Basically, you got it from the setup we installed just now. Visual Studio Express is mostly for the coding, and Blend is mostly for designing the way your application looks. But anyways, you can actually just design your application in Visual Studio Express, but Blend makes it more easier to actually design your applications. Now back here in Visual Studio Express, we finally loaded the components. Let's just go ahead and create a new project. So here we have a few options on the layout we can choose for our application. Over here you can have the programming languages. We have JavaScript, Visual Basic, C#, and C++, and we also have some samples. Let's just go in and choose a blank application on JavaScript, and let's just give it a name of demo. Let's click create, and this will take a few seconds to actually load up. So right away, once the project has been loaded, it takes you into a file called default.js with a bunch of code, and this will keep it for the next tutorial. But right now we're just going to create a simple hello program. Alright, and over here on the right panel we have some folders. We have a reference folder, we have a CSS folder, but for this tutorial we just need to take care of default.html. So let's just go and open it up. Here between the body tags, what's going to appear in our program. So maybe you can edit the paragraph tag and we can change it, and maybe we'll say just another program. Alright, now we also can add in a header by typing in h1, and we can say hello world. Alright, just go and save it and click this play button to debug the application, and this will run our app we just made. Alright, so as you can see we have our own splash screen, and there it is, our brand new application, Hello World, and just another program. So this concludes the video on how to download and install Visual Studio Express 2012 for Windows 8, and additionally I also taught you on how to create a Hello World program in Visual Studio 2012. So please click the subscribe button to check out my other videos, and thank you for watching.